Hello, and welcome to gusmcdollgames Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. In this series, we use German missions from the game Firefight to illustrate World War II German tactics at the company level and below. In this campaign, we are playing through Operation Barbarossa as the Germans, with 9 battles over the course of June and July 1941. In the last episode, we planned the beginning at Babinovichi Farmsteads and decided on a right flanking attack. Reinforcements have arrived in the form of 2 Panzer III Ausführung G. And Lieutenant Walter is severely wounded by shrapnel in the right leg. Meanwhile, the Panzers are in contact with Soviet infantry in the farm building on East Hill. More Soviet mortars fall behind Walter's squad. The squad moves forward. The Panzers are also engaging infantry in the farmhouse near Seabridge. Grenadier Fink is severely wounded by a bullet in the left leg. The Soviet infantry in the southern woods are under mortar, rifle, machine gun and tank fire. Henning's squad moves up to put pressure on the Soviets. Mayer's Panzer 35T is hit on the hull upper left by an HE shell. More Soviet mortars in the woods. Frank's squad moves out of the way. The German Granatwerfer is targeting the Soviets in the building in the central sector. Grenadier Thiel in Walter's squad is lightly wounded by a bullet in the chest. And Schluter in Henning's squad is wounded by a grenade blast in the chest. The Soviets in the southern woods fall back under pressure. Walter's squad has taken 3 casualties. So has Henning's squad. Frank's squad advances to E-Bridge. and Lieutenant Stefan's squad also advances to the river. The German attack has lost momentum, and these additional squads must push forward. The Panzers also push forward. The Granatwerfer mission scores some direct hits on the building. Walter's and Henning's squads push further into the woods, protecting the German left flank. Let's review the reinforcements. Unit 12 is a Panzer III Ausführung G. It is equipped with a 5cm Kampfwagenkanon 38 L42 gun and MG34 machine guns. It is commanded by Lieutenant Held. Unit 13 is also a Panzer III Ausführung G. It is also equipped with a 5cm Kampfwagenkanon 38 L42 gun and MG34 machine guns. It is commanded by Lieutenant Haas. The Soviets in the south are in retreat. The Germans push forward to a line formed by the farm buildings either side of the woods. The Panzers also push west, extending the same line. Schubert's Panzer III moves up to E Bridge, with Schwarz's Panzer III following behind. Frank's and Stevens' squads are moving into position south of the river. The area around South Hill is now free from Soviets. Schwarz's Panzer III moves through the woods. It is better off on the road, less likely to become immobilized. Schubert's Panzer III engages Soviet infantry near East Hill. The Granatwerfer opens a fire mission. Lieutenant Walter is crawling back to the regimental aid post for medical help. Frank's squad moves across the river. Soviet casualties litter the forest floor as the Germans clear forward. The Panzer IIIs now cross E Bridge. Lieutenant Stefan moves his squad across the river. And Frank's squad moves forward into the woods near East Hill. The German infantry must now break into the central woods around East Hill. This will open the way for the panzers to push north. First, the Granatwerfer will put down indirect fire to suppress any Soviets left in the area. And the panzers are engaging infantry with direct fire from their machine guns. Unteroffizier Frank deploys his squad into Schützenreihe or skirmish line formation, ready for the assault. The Soviet infantry appear to be withdrawing under fire. Stefan moves his squad forward to join Frank. Mortar rounds fly over the tanks and impact on the other side of the hill. Rounds complete and the assault begins. Frank's squad takes the left flank. Stefan will take the right flank. Together, they will clear the woods and open the way for the panzers. With help from the panzers, of course. Unsurprisingly, Lieutenant Stefan's heart rate is up.
Feindkontakt! Sprenggranate laden. Geladen.
Earlier, he passed his wounded colleague, Lieutenant Walter. And he can't help thinking if this will be his fate. Or worse. His heart pounds as he crosses the open ground.
Bewegung! Abstand halten!
Both squads start to probe forward. The soldiers move past the burning T-60 Soviet tank. The Panzer IIIs move up the road.
Bleibt am Boden, Jungs.
Time to withdraw Stefan and Henning's squads. They will be needed further north. Walther and Henning's squads start to move into position.
Bleibt zusammen, Jungs. Nichts wie raus hier.
Contact!
Wir sind zu viele. Nicht in Deckung.
A 45mm anti-tank gun on North Hill.
Feindkontakt. Deckung. Fast erwischt. Hier unter Beschuss.
Grenadier Pfeiffer in Stefan's squad is severely wounded by shrapnel in the left leg. The two squads pull back under 45mm fire,
Einsatz. Kommen.
and the artillery open a fire mission on the 45mm. The Granatwerfer opens a fire mission against the Soviet infantry in the woods to pin them down.
Tun wir nur.
Kommen. Feuereinsatz. Feuereinsatz. Ende.
A Soviet mortar detected near the 45mm gun.
Schuss. Kommen. Schuss. Ende.
Rückzug.
Feuereinsatz.
Runter.
And another.
Feuereinsatz.
The Granatwerfer
100
opens a
rechts.
counter-battery fire mission.
100 rechts. Ende.
Once the anti-tank gun is knocked out, the Panzers will overrun the Soviet mortars.
Hier unter Beschuss. Bewegung. Sani. Bewegung.
Despite Stefan's order to pull back, his squad is pinned down under anti-tank gun and mortar fire.
Schuss. Kommen. Schuss. Ende. Links 50. Kommen.
Das war knapp.
Links 50. Ende.
German artillery and mortars continue to adjust fire onto the Soviet artillery position.
Schuss. Kommen. Schuss. Ende.
Holt uns hier raus.
Wirkungsfeuer. Kommen. Wirkungsfeuer. Ende.
The German guns and mortars fire for effect.
Schuss. Ende. Schuss. Kommen. Schuss. Ende.
Sani.
The first salvo has no effect.
Schuss. Kommen. Schuss. Ende.
The second salvo destroys the Soviet 45mm anti-tank gun on North Hill. The way is clear for the Panzers to advance, overrun the Soviet mortars, and take the objective. This is a good time to pause the battle and come back to the action in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.